Hello and welcome to week 1 of Introduction to Psychology. As part of our online distance approach to this class, I'm going to be posting a video like this each week introducing you to the expectations of the week. Now this week, kind of a combination of a lot of things. You have to get to know the organization of my class, you have to get to know Brightspace, and you have to get some assignments done. So I want to show you really quickly where you're going to find things and then go into a brief description of what the expectations are for this particular week. So here's Brightspace, and you've entered into the class, and this is where the video is that you're watching. Now the key to navigating in my courses is that everything is found in the content area. You want to come in every day and check for announcements, but when you're ready to do some work, go to the content area, and this is where all the stuff happens. So as you come in, you see this area. There's a video that talks about the whole organization of my class. This video talks about what all those folders contain, where the textbook is, where the course book is, all this information that I'm going to be telling you. So as soon as you're done this video, you want to go listen to the Dealing with Brightspace video. Now scrolling down from there, a little bit about welcoming to class and the importance of connecting in this distance format, basic information about the class, a little bit about myself, and a copy of the course syllabus here at the bottom. Now, in the first week, I'm going to ask you to participate in some special discussion boards that I've organized in a section of the course called Introductions. So let's take a look at that first. So we have this section right here, Introductions, talks a little bit about what's here. And these are discussion boards that are open all semester. There's one about course questions and course lounge, which is sort of an off-topic area with pizza. And I want you to introduce yourself this week specifically. In addition, down here at the bottom is a student intake form. This is something new I'm trying, and what I'm doing is I'm asking you for information about you, your strengths, your potential barriers for the class and being successful, and asking you what I can do to help you be successful. This is voluntary, and each question is voluntary. So just give me the information that you feel you're comfortable with. I'm a psychologist. I do a little prying about if there's anything going on in your life. You can just skip those questions if you don't want to answer those. That is perfectly fine. But it provides me with some information about where you're at so that I can help you be successful in this class. Now, in addition to the introduction area where you're introducing yourselves, I want to show you how you know the content and what is due each week. And that is here in the course timeline. If you click on the timeline, it brings you to a list of all the weeks in the course, the content that we're covering, and in red, the things that are due. So here we are, Chapter 1. You have 3 things due. Chapter 1 quiz, Chapter 1 discussion, and Chapter 1 assignment. Each week starts on a Monday, and everything is due by midnight on that following Sunday. And then the new week starts on the next Monday. Now, you find the course book, you find the textbook, that's in the course documents folder, you download those. So let's take a look at these expectations for Chapter 1. Once you've read Chapter 1 in both the course book and the textbook, we can take a look at the expectations. So here's Introduction to Psychology. This is in the course book here. This is what it looks like. I'm going to scroll through all the material that you've digested. Wonderful stuff. This is kind of what my lecture would have been about. And you get to the assessment section of each chapter. And here we have a description. We're in Chapter 1 discussion. I'm asking you to think about careers in psychology. There's a link to the APA divisions, 54 divisions within the American Psychological Association, and look at that and see, is there any things about being a psychologist that are surprising to you? Then I ask you to consider the 4 goals of psychology in this quiz, where we define, explain, predict, and control behavior. That's what psychology is all about. Provide an example of a specific psychological problem and how the field achieves its goals. So you can imagine a problem like the inability to study. Well, how would we define that? How would we explain inability to study? How would we predict the circumstances associated with difficulty with studying? And how might we fix it, control it? How might we make things better? So just give me a description of how the goals of psychology might be achieved to solve a particular problem, which is kind of like the whole point of psychology. Next is the assignment. Chapter 1 has an assignment where you're going to do some research on a particular psychologist. You could look up famous psychologists. And for an assignment like this, you're free to use Wikipedia and other non-academic sources. Do whatever you want. But to capture the life of one of the contributors in the history of psychology. So kind of an exciting assignment there to get into some of that history. Now, at this point, week 1 is sort of, you'll be done with week 1 and you've submitted all these and participated in the discussions. Remember the discussions, you have to post one response to my prompt and reply to at least 2 other people. You have to get all this material in by Sunday. I try to grade really quickly in the beginning of the week so you get that feedback. And I encourage you, dig right in. Focus your energies on this. Complete all the work for week 1 in all of your classes. And I will be in the discussion board, so I will see you there. And please reach out if you have any questions. So have a great week.